A very good morning to Jai Hind everyone. Let's begin today's class. Children, today's class is a revision class. I have picked one old topic, verb models, to revise today. As this topic is a part of your syllabus and we have studied it long before, so let's study it once again just for the revision purpose. Okay, so everybody is ready? What is this verb models? As models are the part of the verb only, that's why it is written verb model. Means what are verbs? Verbs are the action words. Because to study models, it is important to know the verbs. Okay, very important. If you have the knowledge of verb only, then you can understand what are models. So verbs, everybody knows that all the actions words are verb. A part of that we study the be forms, the do form and the have form also in the verb. Now what is the difference between verb and models? Children, where verb tell us the time or the tense of an action, the models helps in knowing the mood of the speaker. Means what is the purpose behind speaking. That is cleared out by models. We use different types of models and all the models express means some of them are used for showing the permission, some are for possibility, some are for making promises, some models are used for request or to show the necessity or the ability or the provision. Means different models are used for different purpose. So mainly, what is the use of models? The verb used to express the mood or attitude of a speaker is called a model. The most commonly used models are children can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought to, need to, dare to. These are the some commonly used models used for different purpose. So as I told you, the models helps in expressing the mood of the speaker. A part of that, the modal verbs always accompany the base form of another verb. Base form of another verb means models always take one main verb with them. And that main verb is always used in its root form. A part of that, models don't have their past form. Past form means as we have in the verb like v1, v2, v3, v4 verb forms, but models they don't have their verb forms. Means whether the sentence is in present tense or the past tense or the future tense. The models they don't change their form. They are always used in the same manner. Suppose if I am using must, so in present tense the sentence will be I must do this. In the past tense also it will be I must do this, and in future tense also it will be I must do this, because models don't tell the time of the action. What do they express? They express the mood of the person. Clear? Okay, now there is one exception also. Some of the models have their past form. Only and only the past form, not the past participle. No, only and only the past form, like can. The past form of can is could. Might is the past form of may. Would is the past form of will. In the same manner, sometimes should is used as a past form of shall, only in the case of first or second person plural pronoun. Otherwise, would works as a past form for will and shall both. Okay, these are the exceptions. There are four such models that take their that change their form in the past. Otherwise the rest all the models are used in the same manner in all the tenses. Now let's try to understand it with the help of an Example. Suppose my sentence is you do this. Here the sentence has no modal. It has only the verb do. Okay, you do this. Now I want to use one modal in this. So, as I told you, modals always take one main verb in its root form. Like, if I want to use one modal in this, so I will write, you must do this. Here, what is my main verb? Do. And modal is used before that. I must do this. Means the speaker wants to say that morally you must do this. Okay, now I am going to change my model. Here you do this. This was my sentence. This time it is you can do this. Now what does it mean? Here the can is expressing the ability of the person, that the person has the potentials to do this. So you can very easily identify this, understand this, that when I say you must do this, so I am talking about something that is morally important. But when I say you can do this, so here I am talking about something that is the ability of a person, that the person can do this. Okay, now let's make a little change to it. This time I am going to use will. You will do this. Now, the will is expressing that I am giving an assurance of the work. Means I am showing a possibility of the work. That you will do this. Who is going to do this? You will do this. So here I am making a promise that this person will do that action. So you can very easily understand that by using different models, we can bring, or we can very easily express the attitude of the subject. Like when we say you must do this, so we are talking something very ethically. When I say you can do this, so here I am talking about the ability of a person. But when I say you will do this, so here I am making a promise to the person that this will be done by you. Okay? Now, let's study all the models, all the models with their usage, that how they are used for different purpose. So for the permission, if you want to ask for the permission, so we use may, can, or could. Now how do we use them? Children, may is basically used for formal permission. Can is used for informal permission, and could is used for a polite permission, when you are very polite with your request. So that is could. Now let's see what is this formal and informal ma'am is talking about. Just do you remember when you ask for any permission in the class, so what do you say to your teacher? May I go to drink water? Or may I go to collect my book from the library? Or may I go for the refreshment? So you are using may. Here the teacher is elder than you. Okay? She is more dignified person. So you are using may while asking for the permission. Now when you talk to your friend, how do you ask for the permission? Can I take your pen? Can I share your water? Or can I share my tiffin with you? Or can you pass me your notebook? So here when you are talking to a person of your same age, your peer group, so you are using can, means you are very informal. What does it mean? Formal means you are talking to someone who are above in rank to you, who is elder than you. So when we talk to any such person, we use may for permission. And when we talk to our youngest or the peer person, we use can. And that is informal way of asking the permission. May I use your telephone? May clears out that this permission is being taken from a of to an elder person. So this is a formal way of speaking. Okay, now when I say can I use your telephone, so can clears out that you are talking to a peer person or a person that is younger than you. So this is informal way of talking, asking for the permission. And when I say could I use your telephone, means you are polite with your request. And politeness can be used with anyone, whether the person is elder or younger. So, there, if you want that your permission will not be denied, it will be accepted. So, you should use could. Could I use your telephone? So, then you are very polite. When you say, could I use your car? So, that means you are making a polite request. But when you want to make a formal request, you will use may. And when you want to make an informal request, you will use can. Cleared? Now, my next purpose is ability. Which modal should be used to show ability? So, for showing ability, we use can, could, or be able to. See, children, what is ability? The ability is basically the capability or the potential of a person, means the person is able to do something or not, the eligibility criteria that we call. So when we talk about a person's ability, that the person would be able to do that thing or not, so which model is used? Can. He can do this. He can write this letter. He can solve this problem. So that means the person has the potential. He has the power to do that work. We use can when the sentence is spoken in present tense. But suppose if the same sentence is spoken in past tense, then how it will be? Like if the sentence is he can do this, so this sentence is in present tense. If I am going to write the same sentence in past, so it will be he could do this. Same as he can solve this problem, so this is present. He could solve this problem, so here the sentence is in past. So it is clear to everyone that when I talk about any person's ability in present, I will use can, and if I am talking about a person's ability in past, I will use could. Now, Patel can keep this wicket. Keep wicket. So this sentence is showing a person's ability in present. But when I say Patel could keep wickets, so it means that I am talking about a person's ability in past. Now, Patel is able to keep wickets. Here I am talking about a person's ability in a particular situation. What is this particular situation? Particular situation means the thing that is normally not applicable, but in a particular situation, due to some circumstances or exceptions, it fit to it. Suppose a child is weak in maths. So normally for any kind of math olympiad, that child is not at all eligible. but that child has good knowledge of algebra. So if there is any such problem in maths olympiad that is related to algebra, so we can suggest the name of that child, that child would be able to solve this problem. Why is this so? Because he has a good knowledge of algebra, whether he is weak in maths, but as he carries good knowledge of algebra, so he is able to, he has the ability to solve this problem in this particular situation. So in that case, we say that he is able to solve this problem. In the same manner where here I said Patel is able to keep wickets. That means normally Patel is not at all capable of doing this thing. But in that particular situation, he is the best person to do this work. Now let's come to the possibility. Possibility. For showing the possibilities, we use may, might, or could. Now, how to use them? Children, when we talk about a good possibility of something, okay, good possibility means when we are sure to. So, we use may. When I talk about a weak possibility, we use might. And when we talk about a very weak possibility, we use could. Now see how to use that. Here my sentence is, don't worry, your purse may be in your bag. When I say your purse may be in your bag, that means I am 100% sure that the purse is right there in the bag. So may is showing a good possibility of the thing. Now, when I say don't worry, your purse might be in your bag. So when I say might, it means that I am 80% sure. Means it could be somewhere else, but the maximum possibility goes that the purse is right there in the bag only. I am 80% sure, not 100%. So when I am 80% sure about the possibility of a thing, I say might. So it shows a weak possibility. Now, could is used to express a very weak possibility. If the sentence is she could come tomorrow, it means that the chances of her arrival is 10 to 20% only. That means almost she is not coming. If I use could in the case of the previous sentence, like don't worry, your purse could be in your bag, what does it mean? That it is not in the bag, it is somewhere else. I am only 10 to 20% sure that it is in the bag if I am using could. Okay, so may shows 100% possibility of an action, might shows 80% of the possibility of an action, while could shows 10 to 20% of the possibility of an action. Clear to everybody? Now, let's talk about the suggestion and obligation. If I want to give any suggestion or advice to someone, so which model should be used? In that case, children, we use should or ought to. They both can be used. Now, what is the difference? When I say should, so it means that I am giving an option to the listener that it is his choice whether he follow or not. But when I say ought to, so it means that I am not giving any choice to the listener. Means he has to do that. Morally, it is going to be done. Here the sentence is, we should include another fast bowler in the team. It is just a suggestion. Means the captain has the option whether he include another fast bowler in the team or not. It is up to him whether he follow or accept the suggestion or not. But when I say you out to include another fast bowler in the team, that means he is not going to overlook my suggestion. He has to accept. Now here the sentence is you ought to take care of your parents. What does it mean? It means that it is the moral duty of the listener to take care of his parents. Means he has no other choice. He can't overlook to this thing. He ought to take care of his parents. Okay. Now then when we say you should try to drink lots of water, so here it is just a suggestion and an advice. Why? Because should is used. Should is telling that okay, it is important to take lots of water, but if suppose he has an upset stomach, or the day is not too hot, or the person has already taken lots of fluid, so there is no need to, he can overlook my suggestion. But when I say you ought to try to drink lots of water, so what does it mean? Here the person is suffering with some kind of lackness, and water is very important to drink to him. Okay, so it means that at all the condition the person is going to drink water. When we say you ought to try to drink lots of water, but when the same sentence is spoken with should, so an option is given that okay, it's up to the listener whether follow my suggestion or not. Now for promise, which modal should be used for promise? So that is will or shall. Children, will and shall are also used in auxiliary for future tense. Do you remember? But when we talk these two in the reference of modals, so will and shall are used to make a promise. We will attend your brother's marriage. It means that you are making a promise that you will be there in his brother's marriage. You shall get a new bat on your birthday. It means that you are making a promise that the person is going to get a new bat on his birthday. Don't worry, I will keep writing to you. So here you are making a promise that you are going to stay in touch with that person. You are not going to leave him alone. You will keep writing to him. They shall get all the concessions given to others. So what promise you are going to make here? That the person is going to get the concessions that are availed by the others. So will and shall are basically used for making promises, for the promise purpose. Now the person wants to make request. So how will you make request? Children, if you are making a formal request, a polite request, so you will use would or could. And if it is an informal request, a common general request, so you will use will or can. Won't is clear to everybody, it is will not. So the shortened form of will not. Okay, so when we talk formally, when we make a formal request, we use would or could. Could you switch off the fan, or would you buy me some woolen please? But when we talk informally, so we use will or can. Could you switch off the fan? What kind of request has been made? A formal request, more polite request. More polite request could be formal and informal both. Actually, it is a, a model. It is a model that cannot be denied by the subject. Okay, that cannot be denied by the listener. The person has to do that thing. Then, would you buy me some woolen, please? So, again, it is a more polite request. But when we say, will you leave me alone, please? So, this is informal way of making request. Can I have some tea? This is informal way of making a request. Clear to everybody? So, for formal communication, for formal request, you are going to use could or would. And for informal, you are going to use will or can for the request. Now, necessity or compulsion. What is the meaning of necessity? Necessity means that is important, that cannot be ignored. And compulsion? Compulsion means you are forced to do. You can say that when something is done willingly, so that is necessity. Unwillingly, compulsion. Okay, so let's see. For willingly, you are going to use must. For unwillingly, you are going to use have to. Means for necessity, you are using must. For compulsion, you are using have to. You must pay the dues on time. What does it mean? It is the necessity, means it is the requirement that you must pay the dues on time. You can't ignore it. Whether you want or not, means you must pay the duties. It's a moral duty that you must pay the dues on time. Okay, it is the requirement, the necessity. But when I say in army, you have to polish your shoes every day. So here, have to means compulsion. You are forced to do that thing. Whether you want or not, you have to. आप मजबूरी में वो काम कर रहे हैं. You have to. This is the have to shows the compulsion. I am getting tired. I must take a nap. So this is the requirement of the person that he must take a nap. उसका मन है ऐसा करने को. Okay, so willingly the person is going to take the nap. When I say I have got to finish this work by time, it means that I am forced to do this work. Whether I want or not, I have to finish the work by evening. No other choice. Okay, so necessity is shown by must, while compulsion is shown by have to. Prohibition. Now, how to show the prohibition? Prohibition is shown. Prohibition means showing no, saying no, not allowing something. Okay, when you want to deny someone, want to say that no, you are not going to do this. So what are you doing? You are prohibiting the person not to do. So this is known as prohibition. Okay, how to speak out it? Cars must not be parked in front of the gate. So here must not means it is prohibition. Means you have an option, some in emergency or in some circumstances the car can be parked. Okay, when it is said cars must not be parked in front of the gate, means ethically or morally if the space is available, so you must try to park your car somewhere else. You should not park it in front of the gate. But when we say cars ought not to park in front of gate, means whatever condition is there, how urgent it is, you are not going to park the car in front of gate. In the case of ought to, you ought not to make fun of an old man, means it is your duty that you should not make fun of an old man. Junk food must not be eaten regularly, means here it is prohibited. Yes, but in some circumstances, once or twice then can be eaten. So this kind of liberty is given in the case of must. Okay, but when we say you out not waste your resources to save them for future, so it is a duty. You are fully prohibited to waste your resources. Means when the thing reaches to the limit that it is going to harm someone, so we use out to. You out not to eat junk food. It means that if the person is going to eat junk food even after this that restriction, it is going to harm to his health. So must not has an option, while ought to doesn't have an option. You must not do this means morally you should not follow, but yes, once or twice can be accepted. But when I say you ought to do this or you ought not to do this means उसको उसी समय नहीं करना है. That should not be done at all. Wish. If you want to make a wish or prayer, so how do you speak? May. May is a modal and that is used for prayer or wish. Like may God bless you with peace and contentment, or may you realize your ambition, or may God bless you a long prosperous life, or may his soul rest in peace. So here in all the sentences the speaker is making a prayer, a wish, and such sentences are always spoken out with may modal in the beginning and they end with an exclamation mark. Dare. Dare is used for children when the person wants to show the courage. Courage means the person is not afraid to do something. So when we speak out such sentence, that means I am showing my courage that I dare to do that. Like I dare not tell him lie. Because I don't have this much of courage that I am going to lie that person. I dare to call you a cheat. Means I have the, if you are a cheater, so I have the courage to call you a cheat. I dare to call you a cheat. Wherever you talk about the courage, so you use dare. Who dare to deny it? किस में इतनी हिम्मत है कि मना कर सके? So who dare to deny it? Here you are challenging the person to accept that. So when you accept the challenge, when you show your courage, you are not at all scared of doing anything. So which modal is used? Dare. Now it's time for exercise. Fill in the blanks with can, may, could. Okay, let's see the structure of the sentence, then we decide that what is the mood of the speaker. I come to see you tomorrow, sir. Yes, you may. The person is asking for a permission. As sir word is used, it means that the person is an elderly person. I come to see you tomorrow, sir, and it must be a polite request. So which model is used for asking a polite means in a, asking for a permission in a polite manner? Could. Could I come to see you tomorrow, sir? Then answer will be yes, you could or yes, you may. Next is I leave this school an hour early. Again, the sentence is for permission and it is a formal permission. So which word is used for formal permission? May. May I leave this school an hour early? Look at the next sentence. John You dash stay with us as long as you like. Here in the sentence, the permission is granted. The person is not asking for any permission. The permission is granted, and that is also in an informal manner. So, for informal, which word is used for the permission? Can. Okay, now the next is I have an important match. Dash, I have your bat, please. And formal means the permission is asked in a formal manner. Means the permission is asked to an elder person. The person is dignified elder person. So which modal will be used for it? Can, may, or could? Which one should I use? It is formal. May. May I have your bat, please? Now look at next. Dash, you remit the fine, sir. A polite request, a very polite request is made here. Dash, you remit the fine, sir. So very polite request. How it is made? Made by could. Could, would for polite request. And for informal request, we use will or can. So here polite means formal. Could you remit the fine, sir? Now, you dash join me in this venture. Permission is granted in an informal manner. What should I use, children, here? Can, may, or could? Can. You can join me in this venture. Very good, class. Let's proceed with the next exercise. Okay, in this exercise you are going to fill in the blanks with may, might, or could, and it is about the possibility. Okay, very good. May shows a good possibility, might shows a weak possibility, and could shows a very weak possibility. 100%, 80%, and 10 to 20%. You dash get a letter from your father today. A good possibility. What should I use? May, might, or could? May. You may get a letter from your father today. It is showing that the person is 100% sure that he is going to get a letter from his father. Next sentence is the keys dash be with the office assistant, and it is a weak possibility. A weak. So which one? Weak means 80%. Which modal should I use here? May, might, or could? Might. So the keys might be with the office assistant, means the person, the speaker is 80% sure that the keys are with office assistant only. The next sentence is the keys dash be with the office assistant. Children, the same sentence is taken this time, but we have to show a very weak possibility here. So which modal will express the very weak possibility? Could. The keys could be with the office assistant. Very good, class. Now let's proceed toward the next sentence. Your teacher dash be knowing the meaning of this word, and it is a good possibility. The speaker is 100% sure, a good possibility that the teacher knows the meaning of that word. So what should I use here? May, might, or could? May. Your teacher may be knowing the meaning of this word. Okay, now the last sentence is this plant dash bear flowers later this season, and we have to show a good possibility. So which model should I use for the blank to show a good possibility? May, might, or could? May. This plant may bear flowers later this season. Very good, class. I am 100% sure that the concept must be clear to you all, how to use different models to express different moods, and everybody is going to attempt the questions related to it in the exam very well. Nobody is going to lose any mark, at least in this part. A part of that, beta, practice more and more exercises so the concept will be better to you, it will be more clear to you. That's all for today. Keep learning, keep growing, keep practicing, and make your teachers, your family, your friends feel proud. Okay, children, that's all for today's class. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.